All righty, we're back. Sunday morning, AYHL battle here. Headed north up the Jersey Turnpike to take on the Jersey Colonials. They will be in their home whites, coming screen left to right. PHC in their road blues, screen right to left. We expect another fast-paced back and forth hockey game. Love what we saw yesterday. As we said, we've moved on into 2026. So we're looking to play as a team, moving pucks, winning in our defensive end, going and having some fun in the offensive end. There's 2:35 left in warm-ups. Playing at Men in Ice Arena up here in Morristown, New Jersey. Ellie Shaw will get the start in net today. She will be patrolling and protecting that blue crease. Keys of the game, as always. Playing heavy, playing hard. Having some fun. So, 2025, the year of the horse. As I said, we got a lot of horsepower on this team. It's something to watch. When they move the pucks and they start playing as that team, making hockey decisions. Playing heavy, playing hard, having fun. That's the keys to success. We're looking for some good puck decisions. Good first passes, flipping that ice surface, stretching that ice surface, making them defend us laterally and horizontally, but it's going to take 45 minutes of hockey. And as my good buddy Gabe Pacelli knows, it's going to take a lot of pucks and bodies going to the net. Driving center lane, break down that Royal Highway, that Royal Road. Sticks down, ready to put them back. 20 clicks left in warm-ups. Pucks are starting to come in. Teams will gather at their nets. They'll get their pucks up. Then they'll go to the respective benches, get their last-minute adjustments from Coach Witten. Who has these kids executing. And a resounding yes, they've improved. They've developed. And they're starting to click at the right time in this season. Hang with us. We'll be back in about 120 seconds for our next chapter, AYHL hockey. They break from their nets with my favorite cheer. 1, 2, 3, who are we? PHC. Colonials are at their nets. The boys in blue and Miss Shaw are at their bench. I would say we have a shortened roster. We're missing Max I today. But we'll break from that bench. Max Nasty, Dylan Pacelli, Johnny Gerbervec up front with Joshua the Flash Fazio and Ethan Nunez on the back end. Miss Shaw taking care of that blue paint for us today. Referee acknowledges both goalies, checks with scorekeep. Puck is dropped, we're underway. Puck is tied up in the feet of the centers. Roche comes out of the pile with it. He's going to get across that line. It's into the zone. Flips it towards the net. Bouncing around, the Colonials get it out of harm's way, but Gerbervec puts the forecheck on. Forces them to dump it. Gets past Fazio, but Nooner's going to step back and collect this one. He'll come around Ellie's net. He'll reverse back. Buy some time. Good first pass to Gerbervec. Gerbervec right out into the middle to Roche. Roche's going to sell pass and then drive down into the zone. He's met by a poke check, and now we're caught in a change. Colonials coming the other way, but Big Mike Witten able to get a stick on it. Stop the forward progression, slow things down. It's going to be dumped in. Bubba Carr back on the blue line. He calls off Witten. Looking to get that out of the zone. It's kept it at the far point. Roche following it up, gets it out in the neutral zone. Pacelli picks it up. Chips it deep. And now Pucciarello will put the forecheck on. Colonials will try to flip this ice. Carr will get it, blows a tire, gets back up, gets a stick on them. In on Ellie, she makes a huge stop. But the rebound going to the net. Gets in the back of the net. So a little mishap there. The Colonials hit the zone with numbers. Capitalize. We'll get that one back. Spits between Zabarski and Pucciarello. Fazio and Nooner on the back end. Puck is dropped. Spittle kicks it forward. Pucciarello jumps and bumps through the lane. He's going to come in. He tries to drag past into the boots of a Colonial, and they chip it the other way. Nunez will get back. He'll collect this, get onto the forehand. Runs out of room along the boards. But bulldozes forward. Pucciarello comes out of the pile with it. He gains the line. He cuts into the middle. Swarmed by some white jerseys. They flip the ice, and now they're coming the other way. They get out into that center seam. They'll dump it deep. Fazio and Spittle will go back. Nooner goes back. Lets Spittle gain it. Spittle will play it to Pucciarello. Pucciarello plays it back out into the center for Spittle. Met by a pinching defender. They step back in off sides, so we'll have a neutral zone face-off. Take a deep breath. Settle in. Everyone has gotten through their first shift now, so we'll look to go to work. Now we got Maurer, Pacelli, and Roche up front. Witten and Carr on the back end. Pucks bounce around. Pacelli finds it. He leaves it ahead for Maurer, but the Colonials jump the lane. Pacelli picks it up on the second effort. He's going to skate this one through the neutral zone. Gains the line. Plays it for Roche. Roche's in on the goalie. Paddle to the side. Goalie overcommits. He's out. Maurer plays it to Pacelli. Pacelli looks to play it out in front. No one home. And now Colonials have numbers coming the other way. They'll match speed. They'll dump that one in. It'll be paddle to the side. They'll get through it. Fire it off the side of the net. They'll walk back around. It's in on Ellie. She's going to cover it up. Winton will deposit a Colonial to the ice surface. Not liking any extra shots on the goalkeep. So again, that's Roche, Pacelli, Maurer up front. Winton, Carr on the back end. This one's tied up in the referee's feet. Fighting through it. Colonials gain it. We'll walk. We'll fire. Hits a body in front. Roche collects it. He chips it ahead for Pacelli. Colonials jump the lane, cut it off. Carr's trying to get it out of that zone. He does. He finds Maurer sitting out in the front, but the Colonials jump through that lane. They're coming the other way with it. Winton will collect inside his own line. He'll use some extra real estate, get back behind Ellie's cage. Now he'll play it ahead. He gets it out into the neutral zone. Maurer will put the forecheck on. Colonials go D to D. They come back to the way they came. Roach picks it up. He's in. He's inside the dots. He turns, drags it back across, paddles it in on the backhand. Goaltender makes a big stop. So good quality scoring opportunity there. Both coaches will opt for a full shift change. 11:43 left in this first period. Colonials up 1-0 on PHC early here. Spittle between Pucciarello and Gerbevec. Nooner and Fazio on the back end. Spittle wins that one back. He gets the Fazio stick. He fires, changes directions on the way in. Paddled aside by the Colonial goal. It's left behind the net. Gerbevec will cycle in and get it. He plays it out in front off the side of the net. Gets up through the house, but the Colonials collect it. Now that'll be an ice. They're going to say there's a tip, so the icing's waved off. Puck comes up the far wall. Gerbevec gets it out into the neutral zone. Fazio following it up, collects it. He'll go D to D to Nunez. Nunez will step, play it up for Pucciarello. Pucciarello collects it. He's going to dump that one deep. And now Gerbevec will get in there first. Spittle actually takes the path of the puck. Colonials will collect it, come around, make a good first pass. Nunez will step to that one. It's chipped out into the neutral zone. Good communication by Spittle. He plays it back forward, trying to flip that ice 85 feet. Gerbevec in on the forecheck. Colonials wrap it up the wall. Spittle cuts it off. He leaves it for Gerbevec. Gerbevec drags past one. Covers, plays it off the side of the net. Plays it out in front, looking for Spittle. It's sticked aside by the Colonials D. Winton will challenge and keep. Spittle picks it up in the house. Tries to toe drag. Met by a poke check, and now the Colonials coming the other way, but it's cut off by Pucciarello. Second effort, they get it out in the neutral zone. Winton will go D to D to Fazio. Fazio, a little 10-2 action, buy some time. Now he'll step in. Gets pushed into the corner. Spittle will put the forecheck on. Colonials will wrap it around the wall. Pucciarello gets above it. Trying to come off the wall with a toe drag. It's kept in by Winton. Pucciarello collects it. He steps inside the dots. He turns. He fires. It's blocked at the side. Bouncing around. Trying to find it. The Colonials collect and get it out of harm's way. They chip it off the boards. It'll get back. Foot race ensues. Car's going to get to it. It'll cross the goal line. They will whistle it dead for an icing, and we will come 200 feet the other way. Offensive zone draw. To the right of the Colonials goalie. Now we got Roche up front between Pacelli and Zabarski. Winton and Carr on the points. Colonials win this one into the corner. They'll collect. They'll come up the wall. Winton's going to step to it. Keeps it. Pacelli's digging along the wall. They chip it back out into the neutral zone. Roach will get there. Carr will open up, but Roach will get back to his forehand. Now he'll play it across for Zabarski. Zabarski steps down that middle lane. He's in on the line. He drags past one, drags past two, fires, and it's gloved and hung on to by the Colonials goalkeeper, making some big stops here. 9:26 left in the first period. PHC starting to get some quality scoring opportunities. Same line out there up front. We replaced the point men with Nooner and Fazio. Roche wins this back to Nunez. He'll collect. He's bodied up, but he gets the puck down the wall. Colonials will lollipop this one out. Fazio gets a stick on it. Second effort pokes it forward too. Puck battle ensues along the wall. Pacelli gets off the wall with it. Roche following it up, trying to find it. It's going to go 85 feet. Roche will collect it. Chip this into the Colonial zone, and now they'll look to put the forecheck on. Colonials will go back off the end boards. Wrap it around. Nunez will keep. It's forced back down on the end wall. Colonials will collect. Try to come out the other way with it. Fazio steps in front of the winger. He'll turn, he'll fire. It's off a shin pad, gets wide of the Colonial net. Pacelli gets above it. They chip it up the boards. Nunez keeps. Roche's in there to support. Roche comes off the boards with it. Trying to drag through. Kept in by Fazio. Fazio turns. He plays it down the Roche on the far side. It'll get into the corner. Colonials come back up the wall. Fazio collects. He walks. Top of the circle. He fires. Gets up and over the defender, but hits the end boards and bounces it out, and then it's kept above. Pucciarello trying to walk off the boards with it. Poked up to the point. Nunez will keep it. Pucciarello fights off the boards. Finds some space and time. He finds Fazio cutting to the net. It's at the dots. He turns and fires. Hits iron and stays out of the back of the net. Good find. Good call. Rochi, he finds Fazio leaking in there. Fazio will collect on the half wall. Trying to play it back out in front for Maurer. Second effort. He pushes it across the top of the house, but the Colonials will collect. They will ice this puck, but it's ringing. It's on edge. It's not going to get there, so they'll call it off. Fazio gets his toes up. He flips it out to Pucciarello. Pucciarello catches it in stride. On the back end, he crosses over. They say Maurer jumped off sides. Entered a stride too early. So we'll have a neutral zone draw just north of the Colonial blue line. Now we got Spittle, Pucciarello, Maurer, Carr, and Winton on the back end. Spittle pushes this one forward, kicks it forward, he fires it in. Paddled aside by the Colonial goalkeeper. Colonials will come back up the near wall with it. Cut off by Pucciarello. Left for Winton at the point. He'll turn, play it to Spittle. Spittle fires it in. It's paddled aside. Pucciarello bodied up along that wall. Forces it down in the corner. Colonials will ring it around. Carr's going to step and keep. He pushes it back down the end boards, and Pucciarello's looking to get there now. Good path to the puck. Looking for some port as he's outnumbered along the wall. Winton keeps. Maurer gets back above it and keeps it active. Spittle now tries to keep it active. They chip past. Carr's there in a layer of support. Allows Spittle to get to that puck. We'll leave it for Winton. Winton will collect. Play there for Pucciarello. Pucciarello collects. Now we're on sides. We time that one up. Pucciarello's going to step across the top of the house. Plays it out in front for Maurer. It's chipped in. Butterfly save made by the Colonial goalkeeper. 6:33 left in this one. We're starting to see some time and space being separated. And we're getting pucks to the net. Now we just got to get harder pucks to the net and get some bodies following it. Offensive zone draw to the left of the Colonial goalie. Pacelli camped out in front. Rochi tries to win this one back to Nooner. Colonials jump through the lane. They're going to drive wide, but they're met by Fazio. Gerbevec is on that other flank. Nooner's knocked off the puck, but Fazio there in support. It's played out in front. They turn and fire it in. Ellie makes a huge kick save. Pacelli digging along the wall. Colonials come off the wall with it. Nunez lifts a stick. They're going to get him for a trip or a hook. Colonials goalie goes to the bench. They're trying to get the extra attacker out there. Gets out into the neutral zone. PHC will put the forecheck on. It will come down. Pacelli will touch it. They're not going to blow it dead, and now they finally do. So Nunez will go to the box for a trip. We will go to the man down. Defensive zone draw to the right of Miss Shaw. Spittle, Pucciarello up front, Carr and Winton on the back end. Referee working without a partner today. Had to retrieve that puck, and now he comes back. They're waiting for the scorekeeper to get the penalty up on the board, which they do. Now it's dropped and played forward. Carr will get to this one. Hole hit and pin along the boards. Colonials will chip it into the corner. We will try to get back in our box. Fired in. Carr wears it and then sticks to the side. It's out to the point. Carr will glove this one down again, trying to kick it aside. Winton knocks it aside. Good effort by Spittle. Go far side with it. Looking to set up on that board. Pucciarello trying to leak out to it, but the Colonials will kick it back down in the corner. Now Carr will challenge. Leaves it ahead for Pucciarello. Pucciarello steps out in the neutral zone. He headbands it to Spittle. Spittle's coming in. He's 1-on-3. He'll slow down, buy some time, flip it back across to Pucciarello, who drags past back into the slot. He turns, he fires. Paddle save made by the Colonials. As Pucciarello was looking for the Wawa shorty. Fazio back to collect this inside his own dot. Zone, he plays it ahead for Spittle. Spittle spun around. Colonials chip it forward. Played into the PHC zone, but Fazio will step to this, gain control. He'll play it to Winton. Winton will leave it off the end boards. Pucciarello slow and low there will gain control. Puts it up the boards. It's kept it at the point. Spittle following it up on the second effort. Gets it out into the neutral zone. 10 seconds left on our man down. Spittle following that one up. Pucciarero steps in, but we were just a half a stride offside. 5 seconds left on the penalty. Neutral zone face-off. Fazio and Carr in the back end. Pucciarero, Spittle up front. This one will be one wide. Colonials will step to it. They'll fire it up. Carr's going to get there. Pushes it up the boards. He's hauled down. Colonials will chip it in on Ellie. She'll stop it. Hang on to it. Hit reset. Now we'll get a full forward change. And get Nunez back out there. Actually, they'll put Witten back out there. Keep the pairing of Carr and Witten together. We got Zabarski, Rochi, and Pacelli up front. Colonials win this one back to the point. They'll turn. They'll fire it in. Witten's going to collect this one. He'll ring it around the boards. Colonials get there first. They play it back in front. Witten's there. Kick save made by Ellie. Rebound opportunity put back. Carr sticks to the side, but it gets out to the top of the house. Ellie stays square. Fights it off and hits the reset button. So we'll have a defensive zone draw to the right of Miss Shaw. 3:57 left in the first period. Witten will play this one out to the sideboard. Pacelli has some time and space. He collects it. Gets his head up. Steps out into the middle. Finds Rochi down that center seam, but it gets through. Gets into the corner. Rochi will put the forecheck on. Gets there first. Good path to the puck. Gerbevek's in there. Zabarski's in there helping him. Some bodies hit the floor. Colonials come out of the pile with it. They chip it forward. Trying to collect it in the neutral zone. It's ping-ponging around a bit. Pacelli gets a stick on it, but they play it forward. Fazio cuts it off. Colonials collect. And now they'll chip it deep. Nunez will collect it, put it up the wall for Zabarski. Zabarski chips past one, tries to flip it out into the middle. Pacelli trying to collect it, gets back on the forehand. They stay on sides. Referee behind it blows it dead. He's working by himself today. You are allowed to straddle. Not only did he straddle, I think he jumped in the air to make sure. His feet were not touching the zone, but we're whistle dead anyhow. This one's one back. Carr will push it into the Colonial zone. Maurer will put the forecheck on. We'll leave it up the boards. Comes off the glass. Witten keeps. Spittle's there to challenge with Witten. Maurer will collect it. Backhand pass. Hits off the boots. Pucciarero will collect it. He's going to turn up with it. Plays it across for Spittle, who tips it into the back of the net. It's a tip drill right there. Creating time and space, letting them come to him. Throws it across the goal mouth. Easy put back. So Spittle tickles the twine. For the first time today, ties it up. 1-1. 2:41 left in the first period. Rochi, Kirby, Pacelli, Witten, and Carr. This one's one back. Witten will collect it. He'll put it up for Pacelli. Pacelli chips it off the boards, then turns back up. He'll play it across the Carr. Carr's going to get across the red line. He plays it ahead to Gerbevek. Gerbevek gains the line. He plays it across the center looking for Rochi, then steps to it as Rochi was challenged. Gerbevek leaves it at the point for Carr. Carr's going to load. He's going to fire off the end boards. Gerbevek collects, trying to come out the other side. He leaves it for Pacelli. Pacelli finds Roach at the top. Roach turns and puts it in on the back end, gets wide. Gerbevek will cycle in and collect it. He blows an edge, no trip. Pacelli's in there. We'll chip it off the boards. Carr will step in front of the winger. He'll keep, puts it down behind the cage. Pacelli will now put the forecheck on. Witten will step and try to keep it. Gets over his stick. That'll go 200 feet for an icing, but they'll wave it off. It says it does not get there. So Rochi gets back and collects it. He'll leave it up the boards looking for Pacelli. Pacelli chips past. He gets out into the neutral zone. Trying to dig for that puck. Bounces around. Witten surfs it. Carr will pick this up. Play it to Winton. Winton plays it back to Carr. Carr will find some time. He'll get his toes up, and now he stretches it out to Roche in that center seam. Roche collects it. He'll play it ahead for Pacelli. The Colonials jump through the lane, trying to catch us in the defensive change. The flash gets there, though. He closes that 85 feet, cuts it off, and comes back the other way. Makes a move behind Ellie's cage, and he'll play it up to Gerbevec. Gerbevec will collect. He'll play it out into the center seam, but it's played back in by the Colonials. Fazio sticks to the side out of harm's way. It's run down around the wall. Nunez will step to it. Gain control. He'll reverse. Back to his forehand. Leaves it for Putrero, who one touches it out to Roche. Roche's trying to chip it into the soft ice. He's across the blue. He's got Gerbevec and Putrero coming with him. He leaves it for Putrero. Putrero's got Gerbevec back post. Tries to sauce it across. Gets off a stick. Up in the air, and the Colonials will collect and look to come the other way. It's kept in at that blue line by Roche, who got back above it. But the Colonials will chip it out. Colonials get it in the PHC line. Fazio collects. He'll buy some time. He plays it ahead for Putrero. Putrero plays it across, looking for Shane cutting down that center seam. Stick to side by the Colonials. Nunez involved in a puck battle along the boards here. Spittle above it. Pushes it forward. Colonials will flip that ice. Fazio will get to it first. He gets his toes up right away. We have now numbers at the line. He's buying time. He leaves it for Putrero. Putrero loads and fires. It gets up over the net. Fazio tripped. And now, as the horn sounds, we will start the second period on the Dunlop's Dude Up. Brought to you today by none other than Dunlop's Bar and Grill. Stop in. Tell them Bill Maurer sent you today. Stay with us. We'll be back for second period action. All right, we're back for second period action. Miss Shaw will take the paint at the left side. Far end. Second period, we have the far changes. We're coming out on the Dunlop's Dude Up. Roche between Gerbevec and Carr. Now we got Zabarski and Maurer on the back end. That one's back. Shane will collect. We'll go D to D to Maurer. Maurer will come right back to Shane. Shane plays it out to Roche. Roche's going to make a move. He's going to drive down the center lane. Colonials chip it aside, back out into the neutral zone. We're on sides. It's played ahead. Carr will collect this one. He's going to drive down. He'll push it deep. Colonials will catch it at their own dot. Play it back up the wall. It's going to be kept by Maurer. Gets down behind the net now. Gerbevec will look to cut it off. Chips it off the end wall. Roche is in support. They'll chip it up the wall. Maurer will step and try to keep, but they chip it out in the neutral zone. Shaner will wheel it back. He'll reverse up. Plays it to Maurer. Maurer will play it back to Shaner. Shaner's going to try to flip it through. Roche lets it get the car. It gets off the end boards. And they're going to call that an icing. As we were slowly trying to let it develop. Got to have a little bit quicker decision-making, crisper passes. As we did not exploit any time and space there. There's 33 seconds left, so now we'll have Pacelli, Putrero, Spittle up front, Fazio and Winton on the back end. Defensive zone draw to the right of Miss Shaw. 14:02 left here in the second period. Pacelli will collect this one. He'll get out into the neutral zone. He's going to drive. We'll gain the line. Will slow it down. We'll turn up. Try to set it up. He leaves it. for Putrero, but the Colonials get their sticks in the lane. Spittle recovers it. He'll leave it for Putrero on the far wall, who puts it up to Fazio. Now Fazio will quarterback from the top. He finds Michael Winton in the center, who turns and fires. Spittle tries to deflect that. It gets under his stick, but he'll leave it for Pacelli. Pacelli puts it out in front to Winton. It's fired in. Kick save made. Huge stop by the Colonials goalkeeper. Fazio will collect it. We're even as the guy came out of the box. Coach Winton letting them know we're evened up. Colonials chip it forward. The Flash will be back to collect this. He's going to calmly settle it. Collect it on the forehand. He'll throw the brakes on. Good first pass to Pacelli. Pacelli gets off the wall. Trying to chip it past. Into the boots of a Colonial, but PHC follows it up. They chip it forward. Putrero's got a step. He's going to leave it for Spittle. Who'll go center net lane. Spittle sauces it across. Too hot to handle. Gets off to the sideboards. Shaner coming off the bench. Keeps it active. Putrero collects. He drags in. Loads up. Fires. Blocker save made by the Colonial goalkeeper. Nunez collects. Fires it back in. It's bodied aside by the Colonials defender. Spittle will go off the end boards to Putrero. Putrero's got Pacelli camped out in front. He tries to sauce it in. Kicked aside by the Colonials defense. Now it's coming the other way. Shaner will collect it. He'll go D to D to Nunez. Nunez will open up. And then he'll reverse back, take some extra real estate. Get back behind Ellie's cage. He's challenged. Puts it up the wall. Colonials will keep. They come off the wall. They play it back across. That's too hot to handle. Gets out to the far boards. Now we have a defender without a stick. Colonials will leave it back up the boards. Puchero's trying to get there first. Defender able to collect his stick and chip it forward. Colonials collect it. They'll flip it 85 feet. Cut off by Nunez. Spittle collects the bouncing puck. He leaves it out. Ahead for Pacelli. Pacelli's ridden off the puck, but he's on the second effort. Going to get there. Drags down the wall. Gets to the hash marks. He turns up. He's looking for support. He finds Spittle on the center seam. He'll lose it for Putrero. Putrero backhander. Up and over the cage. Colonials will collect. They play it forward. Kept in by Shane. But then he's tripped. And we will go back to the Dunlop's dude up. As Zabarski was trying to step back into the zone with it, they got his toe caps, hauled him down. So, man up power play opportunities brought to you by Dunlop's Bar and Grill today, Sewell, New Jersey. Stop in. As I said, tell him Bill Maurer sent you today. You got Rochi between Carr and Gerbevec. Fazio and Maurer on the back ends. Roach wins this to Carr. Carr's going to step across. He loads up. He plays it to Gerbevec. Quick stick, but gets into the corner. Gerbevec's going to walk out of that corner. He's trying to find Carr on the back post. Gets through off the sidewall, and then it chipped it out into the neutral zone. Maurer will be back to collect this one. He'll throw the brakes on. He'll play it ahead to Carr. Carr's going to look to stretch the size. He plays it out into the center to Rochi. Rochi hits the seam. He's in across the line. He drags past, loads up, plays it back across for Gerbevec, who quick sticks it in. Split save made by the goaltender. Stays strong in the core, keeps the puck out of the back of the net. So we'll have an offensive zone draw with 59 seconds left on this man up. We'll get Spittle, Putrero, Pacelli up front. Winton and Shaner on the back end. Spittle letting these guys know what he wants. Eye on the puck. Puck is dropped. It's one to Pacelli. Pacelli leaves it for Shane. Shane walks, fires. Gloved aside by the defender. They'll push it up the wall. Spittle will get above it. Leaves it for Putrero. Putrero steps across, loads up, fires. Stick to side. Pacelli collects in the corner. Plays out in the center looking for Winton. Gets a stick on it, but the Colonials defender, good net front contain, and now they're coming the other way. They have numbers. They sauce it across. Rolls over the stick. So Shaner will collect in the corner. Gets back defensive side of it. And then he'll buy some time by using the end wall. Collects it himself. He'll play it ahead for Pacelli. Pacelli turns. He plays it ahead for Putrero. Putrero collects. Gains the line. Tries to push it ahead for Spittle. Colonials clog that middle and they chip it back out into the neutral zone. Shaner will buy some time now. Play it to Winton. Winton's going to find Putrero in that center seam. Gets off his stick and gets into the corner. We're even up as the Colonials kill that power play off. It's chipped back in, kept by Fazio. Colonials will try to go off the glass with it. Shaner will keep it alertly played into the far corner now. Spittle gets above it. Tries to force him back up the middle, which they do. Shaner reads it. He'll collect it. The Colonials swarm in on that. They collect it. They play it back in. Shane plays it forward. Pucciarello has a step. He's got Pacelli coming with him. He'll leave it for Pacelli. Pacelli loads and fires. Big save made by the Colonial goalkeepers. The Colonial goalkeeper keeping them in this one. Making some quality saves throughout, but the puck movement's starting to get there. Trying to force them to play left-right. Now we got Rochi, Carr, Gerbevec up front. Fazio and Nooner on the back end. Rochi ties up, pushes it into the corner. Colonials will collect. Gerbevec will get in on it. Colonials will come up that center seam. Rochi's going to surf it. Stays on it, takes the hands, allows Nooner to step up. They try to come back the other way. Carr gets a stick on them. Forces him out to Fazio. Little dump in. Fazio will collect behind his own net. Go off the end boards. Collected himself. Will play it up to Gerbevec. Gerbevec's going to flip it out to Rochi. Rochi's going to cut through. He's going to drive. He's got Carr far side. He's looking for him. Plays it across. Carr loads up. Fires. Sprawling glove save made by the Colonial goalkeeper. Beautiful apple. Serve up by Rochi. Colonials goalkeeper keeping them in this one as we're starting to get the quality scoring opportunities. Spittle, Witten, Pucciarello up front now. Shaner and Maurer on the back end. Witten will leave it for Shaner. Shaner will step up, fired into the far corner. Spittle trying to get back above it. The Colonials flip it out into the center. Witten will get there. Good path to the puck. We'll leave it for Shane. Shane goes D to Maurer. Maurer will step back. Play it forward. Colonials collect at their own line. They'll come back up. Shane will come back. He'll flip this one. Witten will gain control. He'll leave it out. And the soft touch for Spittle. Spittle will skate through the neutral zone. He spun around. They get his hands. So we're going to go back to the Dunlop's Dude Up. Brought to you today by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. We're going to try to change it up. This one's going to be brought to you by none other than Delaney. Delaney Spittle brought you the power plays yesterday. We had a lot of success, so we're going to go back. Stop in, Tom Delaney sent you. That's how the cool kids say it, I'm told. Delaney. Rochi wins this one to Fazio. Fazio will walk. He'll play it forward. The defenders read it, step outside the zone into the lane, and they come forward. Gerbevec gets on his horse, rides back to town, interrupts the shot, slows it down, and Ellie's able to collect it. So we'll have a defensive zone draw to the left of Mistral. 7:52 left in the second period here. 1-1 game. Rochi wins this back to Witten. Witten will collect it, go off the unboards to Fazio. Fazio's going to turn. Flips it out to Rochi. Rochi's going to take that line. He'll leave it for Pacelli. Pacelli will chip it forward. Colonials collect. They'll chip it back out in the neutral zone. Fazio's going to step to this one. He'll collect. He'll get behind the cage. Now he'll make the first pass to Pacelli. Pacelli's going to skate through the neutral zone. He'll gain the line. He'll load up. Pull back up as he's met by a poke check. Leaves it down the wall for Rochi. Rochi steps inside the dots. Goes back door to Gerbevec. He's hauled down, and now we will go extra man up. So we will be 2 men up for 31 seconds. A lot of time and space out there. As the hockey play was made, Rochi trying to find his line mate on that back door, making them play left to right. Desperation defensive play. Gerbevec was hauled down, so we're 5-on-3. Pucciarello unmarked on that half wall. Maurer and Shaner on the points. Carr camped out in front. Spittle stick lifts. Puchero collects it. Jenner will walk in. He'll fire. Glove save made. We get those shots low. Some chaos will start in front. Coach Winton letting them know you have that white ice in front of you. Walk it in. Get your best scoring opportunity. And then fire it 8 to 11 inches off the ice. Spittle will tie up. Puchero will jump in. He'll set it back up. Puchero plays it across the Maurer. Maurer loads. He turns. He fires. Big butterfly save made by the Colonial goalkeeper. Making some huge stops. We'll flip dots. We'll have an offensive zone draw to the left of the Colonials goalkeeper. Spittle tries to win this one back. Carr will collect it. He finds Spittle. Spittle leaves it for Puchero, who loads and fires, and that goes top bunk. There you go. Puck movement, quick release. Out in that PSA. Celebrating the new year. Popping bottles. Logan Puchero. As he hit that top shelf and that bottle popped. Colonials will go with a goal change here. 6:40 left in the second period. PHC remains on the dude up as there was 2 seconds left on the first minor. So 1:02 left on the second minor. Stopping the Dunlop's Bar and Grill today. Tell them Delaney Spittle sent you. Roche will get in there. He'll collect this one. Look to go to work off the sidewall. He'll leave it at the top for Fazio. Fazio will walk in. Gives it back to Roche. Roche will set up. He's on the hash mark. He plays it to Pacelli. Pacelli will step behind the cage. Plays it out to Gerbevec. Gerbevec goes back up to the point for Fazio. Fazio plays it down to Roche. Roche tries to kick it across to Winton. Colonial step through. Poke this one out in the neutral zone, but the flash is there to cut it off. Roche with the relentless back pressure. We'll collect this one at his own hash marks and down into the corner. He'll turn back up. He'll play it ahead to Pacelli. Pacelli's going to try to drag past. Hits the back of the Colonial boots. But he'll leave it in the soft ice for Fazio. Fazio plays it ahead for Gerbevec. Gerbevec leaves it for Winton. It's chipped behind, and now the Colonials are coming the other way. Pacelli and Fazio in on it. Ellen Shaw knows she had the back support. Stays strong. Gets out to the top of her crease. Shifted in stride with them. They play it back out in front. Not one, but 2 stops made by Miss Shaw. Gerbevec now collects. Tries to play it forward. Roche collects it. He's going to enter the line. He drags past one. He's on the forehand. He's going to load up. Blocker save made by the Colonial goalkeeper. Goaltending expedition being put on today. No extra charge. Pacelli plays it back door. Finds Puchero sitting there on the forehand, and that's just tapped in. It's that easy. You move that puck across the goal mouth out into the PSA. Nice and hard, nice and flat. Pucks and bodies in the net, they get tapped in pretty easily. They all count the same. So that's PHC opening it up to a 3-1 lead with 5:01 left in the second period. Spittle, Carr, and Puchero out there now. That's a blast from the past. From January, February timeframe of last year. Shaner and Nooner on the back end. Nunez will step, they'll chip past. Get it out in the neutral zone. Spittle gets a stick on it. Colonials will lead. This one, Carr will cut it off. Gets a stick on it, but Colonials come forward. Carr gets a stick on it, gets down in the neutral zone. It's played back in as Puchero and Carr were desperately trying to poke that forward. They get it into the white ice above the blue line, and the Colonials step back in offsides. Neutral zone draw. Puck bounces. Carr pushes it back to Zaburski. Nunez trying to play it ahead for Puchero. Puchero in the second effort trying to collect it off the boards. Nunez follows it up. He bulldozes through. He's going to walk in. He plays it across for Carr. Carr will collect on the far boards. He's going to turn up, play it back across looking for Spittle. It's stick to side and played back out into the neutral zone by the Colonials. Z-Man will get back to collect it. They're going to wave the icing off. I don't know why, but Z-Man plays it to Nunez. Nunez gives up the ball to Pucciarero. Pucciarero trying to play it out across for Spittle. Kicked aside by the Colonials. Spittle will collect this one. He'll play it ahead for Pucciarero. Pucciarero's going to turn with it. Blows an edge. Colonials will now collect it and come back the other way. Carr's going to try to get through the hands. He'll get called for the trip as he was on the wrong side of it. Attacking hands. Got to attack stick side. So Carr will go to the box. Lifting the stick. But if he was on attacking stick side, probably gets away with it, as that's a long reach across the body. So we got Rochi, Baselli up front killing this one off with Maurer and Fazio on the back end. Colonial set up. They'll work it up on that half wall. Play it back in. It's kicked aside by Fazio. Now to get out to the far wall. Baselli will get to that loose puck. He'll turn up. Punch and reverse out just past one. Collects it himself, gets it out in the neutral zone, leaves it out in soft ice for Rochi. Rochi trying to kick that forward. He regains control. He loads up. He fires. Blocker to side. Rebounds. Opportunities there. Pacelli going to the net hard. Somehow stays out of the back of the net. But we're getting pucks and bodies in the net. Trying to create scoring opportunities. Trying to score Wawa Shorty. 58 seconds left on the man down. Spittle and Gerbevec up front now. Shane and Nunez on the back end. Spittle wins this to Shaner. Shaner will walk. Try to reverse out. Colonials will step to it, and now we got numbers coming the other way. It's offsides. Mortal sin. We are helped out here on that Sunday as they step off sides with the unforced error. Otherwise, Ellie would have been hung out on that clothesline of the Amish variety. Colonials win the ensuing face-off. They'll step down. Will fire it in. Gets wide of Ellie's net. It'll get to the far boards where Gerbevec will challenge. Chipped into the corner. Colonials will look to set it up and work it high-low. Low to high. They'll wrap it around. Ellie read it the whole way. Gets back to that post. Smothers it. Hits the reset button. .31 seconds left on the man down. Now we got Rochi Pacelli back up front. Maurer and Fazio on the back end. Defensive zone draw to the right of Miss Shaw. Fazio will challenge. It's played off the back of the net. The Colonials Collective chip it out in front. Gets through. We'll get out into the neutral zone where they'll look to go D to D. Rochi forcing them back down that near boards, taking away the D to D option. Fazio challenges, pushes it up the wall. Baselli trying to collect it. Colonials come off the battle with it and push it deep. Maurer will collect below the goal line. He'll go hard off the wall. Rochi will step to this. He's going to collect it. He's going to find Pacelli. Pacelli leaves it out into that soft ice, but kill the penalty off. Carr's back on. Gets to the net. So we will have an offensive zone draw to the right. Colonials goalkeeper. Back to even strength hockey. Now we got Spittle, Pucciarero, Winton, Fazio, and Maurer on the back end. At 1-1 to Pucciarero. He fires it in and hits a body, gets wide. Fazio will keep. Winton will get to it in the corner. He hits and pins. Spittle's in there in support. He'll come out of the corner with it. Leave it up the wall for Fazio at the point, but the Colonials jump the lane. They're trying to get through that neutral zone with numbers. Fazio collects it. Realizing he had the back support of Spittle, he'll take the man. Spittle gets the puck. Then leaves it for Fazio. Fazio one-touch pass up to Winton. Winton finds Spittle on that far side. Spittle will drive wide. He'll gain the line. Witten's driving to the net. Spittle finds him. Gets in. It's loose. Put back opportunity. Stays out of the back of the net. But we're starting to drive to the net. Put pucks and bodies going to the net. Hoping good things will happen. Offensive zone draw to the left of the Colonials goalkeeper. Spittle, Winton, Punty up front. 1:22 left in the second period. Zabarski, Nunez on the back end. Poke forward. Z-Man will collect. Will go down the wall with it. Witten's going to get called for the body check. So we'll go back man down. We'll come 200 feet back into our defensive end. Defensive zone draw to the right of Miss Shaw. 1:15 left in the second period. PHC hanging on to a 3-1. We're starting to trend towards the box, though. So hopefully we get out of that trend. We got Pacelli and Rochi up front killing it off. Nunez and Zabriskie on the back end. Ellie fights that one off. Colonials will look to come out the other side. They'll play behind the net. We get back into our contain. They play it out. Rochi gets a stick on it. Pacelli fights through it. He gets out into the neutral zone. Drives in, makes a move, pulls back up, loads up, fires it in, stick to side. We'll get down there. Pacelli will keep the forecheck on. Challenging those hands. Force them back out the other way. Gets a stick on it. Rochi leaves it for Pacelli. Colonials collect and they'll look to come the other way. Now Rochi will attack. Colonials play it back forward. They step in off sides, but they're going to say no. As Nunez collected it and got it right back up ice. Pacelli will chip past. He's slashed and hauled down. They got it. So 18.6 clicks, or 18.6 clicks left in the second period. We'll go 4-on-4 as the Colonials will take a tripping penalty. Pacelli moving his feet. That stat does not go on the score sheet. But you keep moving the feet and defenders take you out. It's called hustle. It's called heart. It's called doing your job. So we're 4-on-4. Spittle, Gerberbeck. Spittle will step through, will collect it. He plays it back out in front. Fazio steps to it. He's tackled. Shot block put on him. Colonials collect. They'll look to flip the ice. It's a good stick by Spittle. Maurer will step to it. Spittle will collect off the wall. Shoot! 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 Horn sounds as Spittle ripped it in from the blue line. We'll head into that second intermission. 3-1. We'll come back. There's 15 seconds left on the PHC penalty. 1:12 left on the Colonials penalty. So we will be man up after those first 15 clicks. So stay with us. We'll be back for third period action. We're back for third period action. 4-on-4 to start the period. Spittle, Putrero up front. Fazio. So we'll go Spittle, Putrero, Pacelli. A full line up front. Fazio will be on the back end. Witten will replace coming out of the box to get a power play unit out there. Colonials win it back. Puchero will put the forecheck on. Colonials chip it into the neutral zone. They'll turn up with it. They're going to gain the line. Fazio will contain on that dot line. They fire it in. Stick to side by Ellie Shaw. Colonials will chip it back out in front. It gets out to the far point. They'll settle. They'll play it back in. They stick it aside. Gets wide. Witten out of the box. So now we're back to the dude up. Brought to you today. Dunlop's Bar and Grill. Stop in, Tom Delaney sent you. Fazio will collect. He'll play it ahead for Pacelli. Pacelli kicks it back to himself, but the Colonials fight it off. Chip it in the neutral zone or soft ice, and they'll gain the line. Spittle on it. He'll collect. He'll leave it off the end wall for Fazio. Fazio's going to get his toes up. He's going to start heading north. Plays it across for Spittle. Spittle plays it ahead for Pacelli. Pacelli trying to drag past. Fought off. Puchero trying to keep it active, but the Colonials will regain it, recover, and play it forward. They'll gain the line. They're contained by Fazio. They dump it in and stick the side. It's settled by Spittle. Spittle will turn back up. He'll play it ahead for Puchero. Puchero's going to come. Guy stepping out of the box. He drives past. What's up, dude? Play it ahead for Pacelli. He gets to the dots. He loads. He fires. It goes up high and over the glass. Kept in at the point by Witten. He'll walk. He'll get to the top of the circle. He fires. Hits the stick at the end. Changes directions up and over the cage. Puchero will get on the end wall with it. Trying to get back to the forehand. He's met by a defender. Pushes it back up the wall. Spittle gets above it. He'll play it towards the net where Pacelli was camped out. Pacelli will now collect and go to work out of the corner. He's pushed back up the wall. He picks a pocket. Spittle gets back above it. Pushes it deep. Puchero will get in there. Try to cut it off. Force him back up the near wall. Right into Pacelli's path. Spittle collects it. Comes out of the corner. He plays it out in front looking for Puchero. Stick to side by the Colonials, and now they're coming the other way. But good effort. Good read by Pacelli. He'll collect it in the neutral zone. Gets to the red line. Plays it forward. Off to Puchero shin pad, who collects it, and then he'll chip it into the zone. We'll go for a full line change. Gerbevek's in on it. Forces them to come back. Now we got Fazio up front with Rochi. Shaner and Maurer on the back end. They'll step in. Good stick by Shaner, but the Colonials collect it. They'll go far side with it. Play it back out in front. Fazio collects it. He gets his toes up. He's got Gerbevek ahead of him. Fazio reads it. He'll chip it in the soft ice. He'll go try to get it himself and recover it. Picked off by the Colonials, but Fazio collects it. Gets off the boards with it back to the forehand. Runs into traffic in front. Colonials chip it forward. Maurer will be there in the next layer of support. He'll pick it up. He'll wheel back. Leaves it for Rochi. Rochi will collect. He's going to play it ahead for Fazio. Fazio's on sides. Recollects it. Oh, Gerbevek trying to reach with that long frame of his and get it forward, but the Colonials collect to get it out in the neutral zone, but Shaner cuts it off. He'll get his toes up. Leaves it ahead for Fazio. Fazio will chip it in. Gerbevek will get in after it. Force him back up the wall where Rochi collects. Rochi plays it across for Fazio. Fazio settles, loads, fires. Big shoulder save made by the Colonials goalkeeper. So the Colonials goalkeeper, both of them making some huge stops today. From quality scoring opportunities in and around that PSA. Now we got Spittle, Puchero, Nunez up front. We got Carr and Witten on the back end. Spittle wins this to the half wall. Gets out to the point where Carr will collect it. He'll play it down the wall. Spittle will collect it behind the cage. Colonials win the puck battle. We'll turn back up with a cut off by Nunez. Nunez desperately trying to win the battle. Colonials outnumber us. They step in. Carr will step and try to keep. Force him to play it ahead. Spittle gets above it. He'll play it across for Puchero. Puchero turns, loads, fires into the shin pads of a defender, and now they're coming the other way. Nunez tries to keep it in himself. Gets out into the neutral zone. Carr gets a stick on it. He pushes it forward. Puchero comes out of the pile with it. Loads up, fires, gets up over the cage. Spittle will collect. Will turn, he'll fire towards the net. Colonials will try to flip that ice. Carr will step to this in the neutral zone. He settles it. Nunez was deep. who's running out of space. So we step off sides. Gives the opportunity for both coaches to hit reset. Get 20 sets of fresh legs out there. Or I guess it's 10 sets. 20 legs. Neutral zone face-off right above the Colonials line. Roche wins this one's forward. Colonials step to it. It's kept in by Pacelli. Pacelli will drive down the wall. Fights through a check. Puck gets into the corner. It's rung around the end wall by the Colonials. Fazio will get back above it. Roche cuts it off. Roche goes hard off the end wall. Fazio will look to step to it. He's got Pacelli on his wing with him. Maurer and Shane are on the back end. Maurer steps and keeps. Colonials will collect. They'll ring it around the far side. Shaner will keep this one. He'll play it back in. Pacelli finds it. Lets it roll down on the end boards. Colonials will come back the other way. They're cut off by Fazio. They'll ring it hard around the boards. Shaner will step to this one. Colonials get there first. They chip it out in the neutral zone, but Maurer's there in support. He'll bring it 85 feet back to Fazio. Colonials outnumber us on the sidewall. They gain the line. Good surf by Billy Maurer, playing defense with his feet moving forward, but the Colonials fight through it. They get a shot in on Ellie Shaw. She makes not one but two stops. Getting her stick on that last opportunity. They play it back in. Ellie paddles to the side. Maurer tries to get to it in the corner. Sealed off by the Colonials. The Colonials look to go to work in the corner. Maurer hits and pins, looking for support. Releases, allows the Colonials to play in that soft ice. Colonials come out of the scrum with it. They'll go out far side. Play it off the side of the net. It's bouncing around the front. We're trying to find it. Bodies are hitting the floor. Roche collects on the half wall. He'll go back behind the cage, try to create some time and space. It's kept in, sealed off by the Colonials. They keep it again at the line. Fazio relentlessly staying on it. Colonials will put it in the far corner. Shaner will collect. He'll throw the brakes on. Good first pass to Pacelli. Pacelli will try to flip that ice, but it hits a stick. Colonials pick it off. They come down the middle. They're stopped by the blue jerseys. That's Shane Z, who collects it and plays it forward. Bounce around. Colonials play it back in. And that'll be whistled dead for an icing, as the Colonials played it from the north side of the red line. So we'll come 200 feet down into the offensive zone. Draw to the left. Nah, it's going to be to the right. To the right of the Colonials goalkeeper. Now we got Spittle, Puncherero, Gerberbeck up front, Witten and Carr on the points. Spittle trying to kick this one forward. Puncherero trying to find it. It's in the feet. Gerberbeck trying to find it. The Colonials collect. They're going to flip it forward. Carr's in a foot race to this puck. He takes a good path. He'll use the big frame of his to collect and protect. He'll go around the net, trying to play it ahead. Spittle there in support. Will gain this one. He'll turn back towards Carr. Ring it up the boards for Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck has some separation. He plays it out just a tad behind Puncherero as they hit that neutral zone with speed. Colonials pick it off. They go right back in. Carr will get into the corner to collect this one. He'll hit and pin. He'll win the puck. He'll play it ahead to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck steps off the wall with it. He's going to leave it for Puncherero. Puncherero's going to step. He'll gain the line. He'll play it back for Gerby. Colonials fight it off and chip it forward into the neutral zone. Maurer will now close on this one. He'll collect it as hash marks. He'll get back behind Ellie's cage. He'll throw the brakes on. Makes a good first pass to Puncherero. Puncherero steps off the wall. Tries to play it forward. Hits the skates of a Colonial. Collects it himself. He'll go across 85 feet to Shaner. But it's surfed and kept in by the Colonials. Maurer will get back on it. He's hitting pin. Shane gets there. Spittle's there. We have three below our own goal line. No one in net front contained. Luckily, Spittle comes out of the pile with it. Colonials fight it off. Spittle pushes up the wall. Puncherero plays it out into that center seam. Collected in the neutral zone by the Colonials, but Gerberbeck putting the forecheck on. Forces it back down the wall where Maurer will collect. He'll play it across to Shane. Second effort, Shane recovers it. He'll get his toes up. Skate this one out into the neutral zone. He plays it ahead. Out in front, and he'll stay with it. He'll go forecheck, trying to get to the puck. Spittle's there in support. Colonials outnumbering us. Pacelli arrives on the scene. Pushes it behind the net where Spittle collects it. He plays down in front to Putrero. Not one, but two opportunities. So good puck movement. Huge toe save made by the Colonial defender. Putrero stayed camped out, collected it, and puts the second opportunity back. He'll extend it to 4-1. That's a thing, right? Not 6-7. 4-1. I have some Colonials who were playing after us in the stands with us, giving me the old 4-1, 6-7. $6:12 left in the third period. PHC 4-1. We have a Colonial getting his steel changed. Conversation. He was trying to get the clock set right, so they backed it up. Now it's 6:25 left on the clock. Ensuing face-off. They play it forward. Baselli will put the forecheck on. Rocha will get above it. Nunez is on the other flank. You got Carr and Witten on the points. Colonials lice this one. Shaw lets the teammates know it. We'll come back down. Offensive zone draw to the left of the Colonials goalkeeper. 6:08 left in this one. Again, we got Rochi between Pacelli and Nooner. Witten and Carr on the points. Colonials win this to the half wall. Pacelli will win it back to Witten. Witten will put it to Pacelli. Pacelli's going to walk in. He loads, he fires, gloved and held onto by the Colonials goalkeeper. 6 minutes even left in this one now. Working off of that side wall on the forehand is Dylan Pacelli. Rochi wins this one to Witten. Witten will settle. Come back down the wall to Pacelli. Pacelli plays it to Rochi. Rochi plays it down to Nooner. Nooner's on the doorstep. He turns and fires. Collects the rebound. He plays it back out. Gets through. Witten will put it down into the corner where he's tied up along the wall. Rochi and Pacelli in there to help the Jersey barrier. It's chipped forward. Now Carr's in a foot race. Carr will take a good path to the puck. We'll get back outside. Try to use the big frame of his. But poke checked back in. Ellie acting as an extra defenseman. Collected it, tried to play it quickly. Referee whistled it. Now we got Spittle, Putrero, Fazio up front, Z-Man and Maurer on the back end. Fazio will collect, turn up, will get it out in the neutral zone. Chipped forward by Spittle. Putrero collects it across the line. He leaves it for Spittle. Hits him in the feet, and now it's coming the other way. Z-Man will fire it back in. That gets off of the foot. Steal of Joshua Fazio. Fazio steal. Getting a shout out here. Colonial's trying to step up the boards. Maurer keeps, loses his stick in the process. Spittle collects, plays it down for Putrero, who's trying to quick stick it across. Maurer will body up a Colonial. Gotta take both. Gotta take both. Referee doesn't call the first one. But he's going to call an unsportsmanlike on Billy Maurer. Should have taken both of them. That's a little bit of a homer referee. So we'll be man down. Defensive zone draw to the right of Miss Shaw. 4:49 left in this one. He let the first one go. Spittle, Putrero, Carr, and Witten called upon to kill this one off. Spittle ties up. Putrero collects it. through the lane. He'll skate this one out and cross the red. He'll drive wide. He'll take what's given to him. Slow it down. Colonials will collect. Play it back forward. Winton will be back to collect this one. He's going to play it across and find Carr. Carr steps across the red line. Puck's on edge. He's trying to settle it. He'll drive wide. Plays it back across. Wears a body check. Spittle will now hit and pin along the end wall. He'll roll out with it. He'll play it to Puccio, who loads and fires. Big save made by the challenging Colonial goalkeeper. Colonials will collect this one. They're going to try to flip it back out the other way. Winton will collect. He'll turn with it. He'll play it on the second effort of the Carr. Carr will collect off the boards on his forehand. Finds Spittle in the center. Spittle will drive. He'll enter the line. He'll pull up. These are for Puccio, who loads up. Shane coming off the bench. He'll collect. He'll hit the punch turn. He'll play it back for Spittle. Spittle will collect and buy some time in the neutral zone. These are for Shane on the near side. Shane will step in. He'll load. He'll fire. Big save made by the Colonials goalkeeper. Hits Spittle's stick. Puccio collects. Puccio will load and fire. He's hit with a stick check as he was loading up. Colonials coming the other way. Spittle will bump him off the puck. Collected himself. Flip that puck back out the far side. It'll get into the neutral zone. We kill the penalty off. Baselli comes off the bench. Stepping to it. But it's poked back forward, and now here come the Colonials. Puccio collects it. He'll fire it off the boards. He finds Rochi off the board. Rochi will drive wide. He's bumped off and tackled. Nothing called. Nooner will try to keep. Baselli will turn back with it. Looking to push it into the corner. He does. Rochi finds it. Looking for Gerberbeck on that far side. Shaner will collect. He'll play it back towards the net. Gerberbeck collects, trying to get back to the forehand. The Colonials, we get away with a trip. Now we'll get that one. So the fans called that one. But I thought we were going to get away with the trip. It was a trip. Certainly was. A little bit of delayed call with the reaction. We will be man down. 2:26 left in this hockey game. 4-1. We got Rochi, Pacelli, Winton, and Carr. We'll chip this one in towards Miss Shaw. She'll cover it up. Hang on to it. We'll reset and do it from the same dot to her right. From the sidewall. Gets in the corner. Chipped around the net. Winton will collect. He's hooked. Referee thought about it for a second. It's played back across. Good stick by Maximus Roach. It's kept in at the point. Play it back down. Carr gets a stick on that one and bounces out to the far point. Baselli will force him back down the wall. Winton will hit and pin in the corner. They play it forward. Carr will collect. We'll get it back up the wall. Colonial's trying to get off the wall with it. Met by a poke check of Carr. Baselli will take over the contain. They go to far point. Rochi will challenge. They play it in. Carr will challenge. Winton will step to it. Bring it out the far side. Rochi will contain. Force it up to the point. They come back down the wall. Carr will step to it. Fire this one back across. Gets off a body, collected by the Colonials, and they put it up and over. As that one just rolled up and in. So a power play strike by the Colonials makes this 4-2 with 1:22 left. We'll see if there's any timeout. Any timeouts called? Or will we play this one out? Let's try to get that one back for her, boys. Left forward, Fazio will collect it. He'll gain the line. Pull up, he leaves it for Puccio. Puccio fires it across. Looking for Spittle. It's stick to side. by the Colonials defender. Spittle will put it back behind for Pucciarello. Pucciarello will turn up with it. He's met by the defender, but Spittle in support. He'll play it back out for Fazio. Fazio turns, looking to fire. Surfed nicely by the Colonials. They'll play it out into the neutral zone. We'll go back down in the PHC zone. Maurer will collect. Plays it back up. Colonials will keep it. Fought off by Z-Man. He'll play it ahead for Fazio. Fazio's got one to beat. It's poked aside. Z-Man joins the rush. He'll collect it. He leaves it for Pucciarello. Pucciarello loads, fires. Big stop made by the Colonials goalkeeper. 30 seconds left in this one. We'll have an offensive zone draw. To the left of the Colonials goalie. Rochi, Pacelli, Nunez. Rochi wins this to Pacelli. Pacelli turns and fires. Blocker to side. Rochi will get to it. We'll play it back out in front. It gets the car. Car loads and fires. Hits a body. Bouncing around. Nunez trying to find it. Rochi finds it. Collects it behind the net. Stays on it. Colonials trying to step back out in the middle. They play it across. They're trying to stretch the ice. Carr will try to step to it. It leaks past him. Witten's back in support. Carr will stay on it. Fired in wide of Ellie's net. 3, 2, 1. And the horn will sound. Nothing! Hey, keep more! We can get the third man in. So a little bit of extracurricular activity at the end there. We'll just have to look at the score sheet to see what they handed out. But this one ends 4-2 up here at the Manning Ice Arena. Stay with us or enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Back to a full work week after the holiday season. So we'll see you next weekend against the Valley Forge Minutemen, who went into overtime today against the Little Flyers. So expect fast-paced, hard-fought AY action the rest of the way out here. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Go Birds.